For most people, tomorrow isn't really a big deal, but for others, Friday the 13th is a day to dread.
We found out why on Friday the 13th, August of 1982. Here's this week's Traveler Throwback Thursday.
Today is not the day for those of you who suffer from this. That's the medical term for the fear of the number 13. Nor is it the day for those of you who suffer from this. That's the fear of Fridays. Put them both together and you get a double whammy. Friday the 13th. An unlucky day for sure if you believe in these types of things. And believe it or not, the business community certainly does. Some examples. Fewer meals are served in restaurants on Friday the 13th. There are fewer shoppers visiting stores. Fewer houses are sold. And car sales, well, who wants to buy a car on an unlucky day? Nationwide, Ford dealers report over the last 9 Friday the 13th that an average of only 2,800 cars were sold. That compares to over 12,000 cars sold on a normal day. Airline traffic suffers, down 5 to 10% on some airlines. Just how much this all costs business is tough to determine. It's one of the few things the government doesn't keep figures on. This whole Friday the 13th phobia has its roots in Norse mythology. The evil Loki supposedly crashed this party given for 12 other Norse gods, making the total 13. Well, one thing led to another, and Baldar, a favorite god, was killed. Thus, 13 was unlucky. Others have noted that 13 people, including Christ, were at the Last Supper. Christ's crucifixion is commemorated on a Friday, so the tragic day and the tragic number have been linked.
Of course, psychologists tell us that superstitions are all learned behavior. There's no clinical basis for all this. You know, things like black cats or spilling salt. No clinical basis at all.
Take this ladder, for example. Everyone knows it's bad luck to walk under a ladder. Most people don't pay it much attention. Others take fate into their own hands. And still others, like that guy over there, isn't quite sure what to do about it. Friday the 13th hasn't always been bad news, though. Columbus first set foot on North America, Friday, June 13th, 1498. On Friday, October 13th, 1792, construction began on the White House. And on Friday, September 13th, 1814, the Star-Spangled Banner was written. So you see, today isn't all that bad. And after getting through it, it might be nice to relax and go see a movie.
Whether you want to be there or not. Friday the 13th, Part 3.
I guess all we can say is good luck.
Jason in the
Mark Kane, News 3, traveling in Madison.
I loved all of that old video.
Oh, the old video?
East Wash and State Street, and of course you. That's a great shot.
That was in the lunchroom here. That poster is still hanging on the wall.
I know, I noticed that. Do you get freaky about the 13th?
No, I don't.
I've always thought 13 was kind of a lucky number, actually. So I'm blowing the curve. Yeah.
So don't worry about it. It'll be fine.
Yes.